Hi there. How are you guys doing in this heat? Oh, Mio, no, we're doing good. Is that a refreshment for us? Thanks. You're such a great assistant. I just felt like coming here. I didn't get the refreshment for you, by the way. And don't treat me as an assistant without my permission, please. We'd be stronger if you were our assistant, Mio. Why don't you apply for the job? Satoshi smiles in a carefree manner. I don't want to become an assistant because it's tiresome. But I've been coming here every week, so I'm a quasi-assistant already. Well, if I feel like it. Anyway, how's Satoshi doing, manager? Is his batting average improving? Yeah, he's doing fine. His batting average is, well, if you buy 3 packs of rice crackers at 7th Mart... Does that mean it's 30%? Wow. You're doing great, Satoshi. It's not about the number, Mio. I have to be able to hit the ball in crucial moments. It seems you're aware of your weakness, Satoshi. So you should just keep working on them. Yeah, all that matters is he clutch or not. Irei signals to the pitcher, then the pitcher throws the ball. Satoshi looks calm and follows the ball with his eyes, then he swings the bat. The ball goes between the first and second bases and lands in the distance. Wow, great! I clap. Satoshi blushes. He repositions his helmet to hide his face. He's good in practice when the game is slow. Irei smiles compassionately. It seems that Satoshi can perform well at critical moments. He's usually good, but when everybody expects him to perform well at a crucial moment, he can't do well. I don't think that's because of nervousness. Anyway, he doesn't perform well. He looks calm, but he's actually goofy. That's his character. You're a great player numerically, but it's crucial that you're able to hit the ball at a serious moment. That's why you were an easy out in the match with Jaguars the other day. Shut up, I know that. If he's been able to hit the ball at that time, he would have been here. He would have been a hero. What a shame. A hit could have put the batting side into the lead, or at least into the extension. That was when Satoshi came up to bat. Irei wanted him to live up to everyone's expectations, but statistically, that wasn't likely to happen. Yet Irei insisted on giving him a chance, in spite of the fact that all the team members suggested a pinch hitter. It would have been perfect if you could have made a hit. Oh, God. It would have been perfect if you could have made a hit then. Why didn't you? Why can't you hit the ball in a situation like that? Yeah, come on. Why are you thinking about the weight of the situation? Why don't you just hit the ball? Come on. It's not hard. Just hit the ball. Fucking bitch. Clearly has actually never played baseball. That couldn't be helped. I know I'm weak in a situation like that. I thought a pinch hitter was a better idea too. It's not about the match, it's about you, Satoshi. You need to be more aggressive. Shouldn't you have thought the opposite way? Shouldn't you have insisted that you'd come up to bat no matter what everybody said? That's true. But if you know you're gonna fuck up, there's no point in going in. Especially if you know you're not going to hit it. No, do what's best for the team. Come on. That's what's most important. I can't believe you wanted to give away the chance to a pinch hitter. Why are you weak like that? That's what I always tell him. I know that's his good quality too, but you can be a gentleman at other times, but you should be a demon in games. I think men should have those two sides. You should let your demon out, Satoshi. You're a local Hinamizawan, so remember that you have the demon's blood in you. Are you listening, Satoshi? I am. I'm not sure, but... What aren't you sure about? We're talking about you. So, whoa. Satoshi suddenly starts stroking my head. He looks delighted somehow. Good God. It's just who cares? I blush. I don't know what to say. God, you are... Who knew it was so easy to defuse you? Wow. If that's all it took. God. You're giving me advice, right? Thanks. I'll do my best. Hey! Don't try to fool me with this. No, I'm not. I'm just happy that you care about me. I can't resist his hand. I can't help moaning like him. Still just a head stroke. Satoshi runs back to the field, leaving me all red. Do you feel good when somebody strokes your head? Because that's kind of weird. It depends. If it was you, I'll have to teach you a new martial art move. Oh, what a shame. Yeah, it doesn't fucking depend. Get the fuck over yourself. Alright, everybody gather round. Why don't you split into red and white groups and have a match? The Hinamizawa fighters are sort of a lazy team. The members gather simply to enjoy playing baseball and not to fight for victory. What the fuck is wrong with them? They need a real leader. The Okonomiya Titans use this field too. They practice on a different day of the week. They always train hard using dumbbells and stuff. Oh, you mean actually want to win? Our team splits into 2 groups and starts a match in a loose atmosphere. I'll keep track of the score. Manager, do you have a pencil? Thanks for helping. Thanks. Oh, God. I'm losing track again. You doing so well. Oh, the break between it. Oh, it's terrible. Thanks for helping. Here. I take the pencil and clipboard. I didn't know how to differentiate between recording hits and errors at first, but I'm used to it now. Show me what you got, Satoshi. Oh, maybe you won't do good if I cheer you for you too excessively. Just do okay. That doesn't sound good either. Do your best. Time passes slowly this Sunday. Huge white clouds appear in the sky. It makes me feel healthier. Humans are born to be active under the sun. One of the parents is umpiring today. Suire is sitting on the bench with me. He encourages the kids while they run to their positions. Any other baseball manager would constantly shout at them, but he's much more generous, like a kindergarten teacher. He lets the kids have fun and watches over them. Yeah, this is just like, a scrimmage match. You're not supposed to, take it seriously. It may look naive to other baseball players. I'm surprised you guys can do well from just this small amount of practice. The Hinamizawa kids are romping around every day, so the amount of physical activity surpasses that of the city kids. And too much training is not always effective. Oh, you must be thinking completely differently from the Okonomiya Titans. I can understand why their manager hates you. It's not about being right or wrong. We just fight to win after all. So it's not wrong to think of winning as a priority. I think it's great to aim for victory with unity. Well, the goal of our team doesn't happen to be victory, that's all. The Hinamizawa fighters and Okonomiya Titans have been rivals for a long time. Both teams share the same baseball field for one thing. Actually, there was only one team to begin with, but the Hinamizawa people left and made their own team. Anyhow, we're rivals. The Okonomiya Titans are strictly about winning, and the Hinamizawa fighters are about having fun. Surprisingly, our score results aren't that different. This means our team has something that they don't. Even though I can't put into words, I know what makes that happen. Hey, Team Red, don't slack. You can make up the 2-point difference pretty easily. Team White, don't slack either. Still, some parents criticize our manager for being too lenient. But some parents strongly agree with Ire. If they were in an actual tournament type setting, yeah, you're gonna want to go for the win. But yeah, I can easily see it because with unity of a team usually comes winning. Because you can't win generally if there's a lot of division on a team in any sport or any event. Which side should I take? The latter. I can't really say it. That's because he has an obnoxious habit of sexual harassment. He's too much into maids. I'll talk about that sometime later. Satoshi lets the ball pass twice to see its course. Then he makes a hit on the third one and runs to the first base. Oh, he did it! He's good when he's calm. He used to get tired easily in the beginning. He has improved so much since then. He looks kind of like a bookworm. I wonder why he started playing baseball in the first place. All the kids who join the baseball team love baseball. They go out to play baseball in fields outside of practice. That's why they're apt for it. But Sis never told me that Satoshi exercises intensively, in school or anywhere else. He just likes to read. I don't understand why he started playing for this team. That's because I invited him into this team. Is that so? You recruited him. Did you find some sort of talent in him? Excuse me, can I have a cup of barley tea? Ah, thank you. Irai asked for tea in a suspicious manner. He's constantly joking around, but I know he's actually a very mature person. I think he's trying to evade my question. Is there a particular reason? Irai pretends he didn't hear me, but I insist. Then he shrugs and starts answering the question. I think you might be able to guess. What would Sonozaki Mion guess? I searched through the data of Satoshi quickly. I can't come up with Satoshi's family background. He lost his parents in an accident a year ago. Since then, he's been having a tough time at his uncle's home. So you invited him so that he could vent. Sports are great. You can emancipate yourself by exercising. I thought that as long as he concentrated on something else, he could forget about his trouble at home. He's usually sort of a daydreamer, zoning out all the time. Does he still have stress? I know Satoshi must be suffering, even though he doesn't look like it. But Sonozaki Mio never pays attention to that, so I have to act like that. Satoshi got really sick after his uncle took him into his custody. He had many clinical symptoms, but the causes were unknown. Satoshi often got sick after he was taken into his uncle's custody. He suffered from fatigue and migraines, and lack of energy and sleeplessness. The manager, Dr. Irai, soon realized that Satoshi was suffering from a psychological disorder. Most of the people in Hinamizawa knew how bad Satoshi's environment was. It was natural for him to become sick, because he entered that bad environment right after his parents' deaths. Hojo cannot express himself freely. Crying, being agitated, he's not good at handling those emotions. That's true, I can't imagine him being angry or crying. Did you know Hojo's mother had been married a few times? Yeah, I know a little bit about that. Satoshi's mother married a number of men over the years. That means Satoshi had several stepfathers. He had to deal with strangers coming into his home multiple times, so he was forced to be mature. Satoshi is mentally underdeveloped. He isn't aware of it himself, though. He didn't have enough time to cry, laugh, and throw tantrums in his childhood. He was forced to become a grown-up in a short time. That doesn't sound right. Children have to behave like children in order to grow. There's nothing good about being forced to be an adult. That's true, I have to agree. As much as I'll chastise people for, acting like fucking children, it's true. There's no other way to grow if you're a child. But if you're an adult acting like a child, get the fuck over yourself. Even in a mid-teenage years, you're acting like a child, get over yourself. You're close to being an adult, get over it. Quit your fucking crying and get over it. Though I'm not gonna lie, this music's pretty good. The relationship between Satoko and her aunt is conspicuously terrible. And I heard that the relationship with the previous stepfathers weren't good either. I'm sure they were slightly better. Satoko always caused problems. Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. I thought she was talking about, That's right, because she always, did the fake crying wolf about abuse, and there was no abuse. Satoshi would always step in to protect her. I thought his physical symptoms came from stress. His body was trying to warn him. That's why Irai invited Satoshi into this baseball team. He told Satoshi that he needed a new member for the team. Something like that. He hesitated at first, obviously. But as I talked to him at the clinic a few times, he began to open up to me. First, I invited him to come see the practice. Then I suggested he try batting. And then he eventually, ended up liking it. I eased him into it. That's how you do any kind of hobby or interesting thing. Ease into it. Sports worked excellent for Satoshi. His health got better quickly, and he started to become interested in baseball. He practiced batting, he was soon able to swing beautifully, and he learned how to see the course of the ball. I can imagine that. He likes to read, so he must have been reading a book titled How to Play Baseball or something like that. He's become a good batter very quickly. He made a lot of efforts, though I wish he could make a hit in critical situations too. Are you guys close? I think so. He talks to me about his problems, so I guess that's a sign of trust. I feel a bit jealous. That's because Irai sounds confident. Satoshi and I are friends, but we're not so close that we open up and talk about each other's problems. Oh, are you jealous? Huh? About what? I'm taken aback and I blush. Irai starts laughing. Please stay as his good friend. Well, yeah, I'm trying. I don't know what I'm saying. He seems a little sick again lately. What? Thwack. The ball flies to the left, but the field player catches the ball. Seems that the relationship between Satoko and her aunt has gotten worse lately. It's obvious his sickness has something to do with it. The aunt seems to be bullying Satoko in a terrible way. Satoko's really exhausted, and so Satoshi is also worn out from covering for Satoko, right? I'm not interested in Satoko, so I switched the subject back to Satoshi. Oh my god, you're such a fucking bitch. Holy fuck. Jesus, I don't like Satoko either, but I'll feel sympathy for her situation. Good god. Fucking bitch. Hey, look, another reason why... See, it's the same thing. I can't sympathize with a character that doesn't give a rat's ass about anything she doesn't care about. Or, like, she doesn't care about anyone else's situation. I just can't sympathize with that. And I never will be able to. It's just so opposite of what I feel. Because, I generally care about other people's feelings. Kind of. I mean, I'll say I don't give a fuck, but I'll still listen to their problems, etc., etc. And I'll give them advice how to get out of their situation. So it's just so odd for someone to be completely the opposite of that from me. It's so weird. That it just doesn't give a flying fuck about anyone else's situation other than what they care about. I don't know about Satoko. I know she's a big part of Satoshi's life, but I've never been interested in her until today. She must be finding her self-esteem and taking care of her goofy brother. That's all I know about her. But, considering Satoshi's personality, even his goofiness might be an act. Maybe he's trying to make her feel good about himself by letting her take care of him. Unconsciously. When he's alone, he's surprisingly strong. I realized that recently. So I can't help thinking that way. He's constantly affected by Satoko. Satoshi managed to get along with his stepfathers even though he felt some stress. He's getting along with his aunt now. But in order to protect Satoko, he has to step in and suffer. I don't know what Satoko's like, but I have to admit that I feel hostile toward her. I feel jealous because she's monopolizing him. It seems that their aunt has been tyrannizing Satoko more excessively recently. That must be causing Satoshi's sickness. Irai heaves a sigh. As he said, Satoshi has been absent a few times lately. He seems a bit tired too. He looks normal when he's with everybody, but he looks a bit depressed when he's alone. So, you invited him to save him from the stress, right? Yeah, that's right. But he looks stressed again. How can you save him now? I don't know. Irai smiles powerlessly. I can't help feeling a bit disappointed about that because Satoshi trusts him. Just between you and me, Satoshi told me he wanted to leave the team recently. Huh? How come? He said he was tired, but I believe he actually wants to spend more time with Satoko. He's thinking that Satoko might be tortured while he's practicing here. I think he's concerned about that. I've become speechless for a while. Satoko again. Satoko. Why does Satoshi have to sacrifice so much for her? He can be free from stress just by ignoring her. But I know he can't do that. If that's the case, his little sister is to blame. I know how badly she's treated. But that's happened because she made things worse herself. It's her fault for refusing communication with their aunt. If Satoko were more mature like Satoshi, her relationship with her aunt wouldn't have been this bad. Satoshi wouldn't have to suffer from the indirect blows. Meanwhile, the match became one-sided. It's not even worth watching anymore. The losing team members are just goofing off. The sky looks cloudy now. It's depressing. Doesn't look like it's going to rain soon, though. The gray sky didn't bring cool air. It just feels disgusting. Irei becomes quiet. He's looking down around his feet. I just stare at Satoshi. To me, he doesn't look active anymore. He once was able to enjoy playing baseball and he felt fine. But he's sick again, just because the relationship between Satoko and her aunt got worse. I can't help saying this. Shouldn't we do something about Satoko before Satoshi? I just murmured, but Irei definitely caught it. What? What do you mean, Sonozaki? It's not that complicated. If Satoko was stronger, Satoshi wouldn't have to deal with stress. Oh my god. She's a child. She's younger than him. It makes sense. He's an older brother. He has to protect her. Sorry, Shion, you don't get your way. It's just how it works. If you want, you can help alleviate the stress. Do some work for him. Though that, of course, would have to mean she would go to Hinamizawa, which would fuck everything up, so can't have it that way. So you're fucked either way. I think Satsuko is the cause of everything. I don't know. Yes, you do. If she didn't cause any trouble, he wouldn't have to step in, right? He wouldn't have to take over the fight between Satoko and her aunt, right? Satoshi never gets scared of any trouble. Oh, please. I guarantee he'll take this topic well if you told him that. Holy fuck. Because I'd be pissed. I'd get pissed the fuck off if you told me that. Who the fuck do you think you are? Oh, I wouldn't even care. If it was like real Mion and she said that, which she wouldn't. Because she's not a terrible fucking person. Like Shion is. I would get pissed. I would get so fucking pissed off. I'd yell so much at her. No matter how formidable the enemy is, he'll bravely stand up to protect the weak. I know that because I can vividly imagine it. Hello? When the aunt is chiding Satoko, Satoshi steps in to protect Satoko. The aunt must not like it. Though Satoshi doesn't have to fight, the aunt attacks him anyway. The fight is now between the aunt and him. Satoko might tease the aunt by sticking out her tongue at her, hiding behind his back, pretending to be scared. She'd never think about how deeply he's hurt. Okay, well, if that happens, she has a point. If it doesn't happen, then she doesn't have a point. If she eggs her on while still hiding behind him, that's a problem. And I'll get fully behind her if that's the scenario. But if it's an unprovoked attack against her, no. I will never support that position. Because of Satoko, Satoshi is stressed and concerned. I'm surprised you said that, Sonozaki. I thought you were Satoko's friend, her classmate. A big sister kind of figure. I thought you'd always be on her side. But what you said is surprising me. Damn! Damn! Sit down. Irei looks at me suspiciously. I know how he feels about me. I talk too much. Sonozaki Mion and Hojo Satoko are friends. They're close, so Mion should be encouraging her since the situation at home got tougher. That's what Mion is supposed to be doing. I totally forgot about that and I spoke as myself. It's natural that Irei gives me a suspicious look. He might change his interpretation about Sonozaki Mion. I should apologize to her about this and ask her to mend it later. I totally messed up. But I don't think I said anything wrong. I objectively looked at the situation and made a modest proposal. To be honest, I'm simply afraid that he might leave this team. I can't go to school in Hinamizawa, so this baseball field is the only place where I can see him. Quit thinking about your fucking self for once. God damn it. I could say that he's the reason I live now. Oh my, get over yourself. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I get it. You're into him. No. He's not living for you. Get over it. The world doesn't revolve around you. Oh, self-centered people. Not a fan in my book. Oh, get over it. That's right. I love him. Yeah, I know you do. Get over it. I'm sorry. Get over. Fucking stop. You can't control his life. You can't control what he does, why he does something. You have to accept it. But I'm not going to tell him. I'm satisfied just being with him. Oh my good God. Yeah, because why wouldn't I tell him? You know, fuck it. That's because I can't ask for anything more at present. I can't reveal my true identity. I have to pretend to be Mio in order to live in Okinomiya. No, if you really loved him, you'd fucking get... Who cares? Who gives a fuck? If you truly loved him, you would say, fuck it, I don't care. It's worth it. Because at that point, true love would trump it. Yeah, it's fucking corny as hell, but if you really loved him, you wouldn't be afraid of the consequences. You wouldn't care what happened. You'd lose a finger or two, you would be okay with it. I wouldn't, because I would just say, fuck it, I'll find someone else, fuck it. But maybe I haven't been deeply in love, quote, deeply in love with someone like that. Yeah, get over it. I haven't been that in love with someone, let's just put it that way. That I'd lose fucking fingers for them. Yeah, you're great and all, but, I like having 10 fingers. Personally. That's stupid. No matter how tough my life may be, I'd prefer to be here, with Satoshi stroking my head every now and then. Why do I love him so much? I read about it in girls' comics. You don't need a reason to be in love. I'm surprised at myself for being like this. Calm down, Shion. I breathe out slowly, then hold my breath, trying to slow my throbbing heart. I feel a bit calmer. Then a clear thought comes to my head. I want to be with Satoshi, so? I want him to stay in this team, so? I want to get rid of his concerns and stress. So what? So, what am I going to do? My head starts to cool down, then I hear the umpire shout. Nice game. The match is over. Oh God. Don't fucking kill someone now. Just say you're Shion. Just fuck it. There you're Mion's twin sister. Fuck it. Who cares? Some days I see him, some days I don't. A clear sky gets cloudy, and rain will always stop eventually. I thought his absence was just like that, but he was actually on the verge of a breakdown. Note, page 19. Is there like an actual thing where it can read her entire fucking diary? Because why not? Fuck it, I want to see the inner workings of her head. That'd be interesting. The rainy season is just around the corner. The air is so humid that my shirt sticks to my skin. It's been a few weeks since Satoshi stopped showing it up at the baseball practice. God, I fucking hate humidity. Ugh, it's the worst kind of heat. I look for him as soon as I arrive at the field. He's not here yet. Did I get here too early? I want to see him playing in the field right when I get here. So I've started arriving late because of that. But I no longer see him here. I don't even cover up my disappointment anymore. Everybody knows that I'm disappointed. The team members from Mion's class come in and try to console me. But I shoo them away. What's going on, Sonozaki? Are you feeling sick? Even Yuri can't comfort me. I know he knows why I'm like this. I'm going home. I don't feel like watching the practice today. We're having a meeting with the Okinomiya Titans today. So I wanted you to be there with me because you're our assistant. Don't treat me as an assistant. I've never agreed to be one. Yuri looks down, not knowing what to say. Yeah, fuck you too. Alright, go fuck yourself. Please help us again when you feel better. Maybe. I won't come again. If you need an assistant, look for somebody else. Please come again, whenever you feel like it. Satoshi will be sad if you aren't here when he comes back. I ignore him and turn around. I already set up the schedule with Mion, so I don't have to ask her each time anymore. I tried to contact her a couple of times to ask how Satoshi was doing in school, but I haven't been able to get through to her. That's because Grandma has sensed that I might be contacting Sis. That means Sis is being watched in Hinamizawa, so it's not easy to contact her. Kasai, who was helping me contact Sis, seems to be marked as well. Also, people knew he was loyal to me, so I haven't seen him for a while. Wonder how Satoshi is doing. I'm frustrated because there is no way for me to know of that. My head is filled with worries, but something surprises me out of the blue. Somebody calls out to me when I'm about to leave the field on my bike. Mii-chan, hi! Fucking Rena. Oh, fuck, you're screwed. You're screwed about that. There's no way you can cover a lie. I've never seen this girl before. Luckily, she called me Mii-chan. There's only one person who refers to me on that way, as far as I know. Rena, I'm surprised to see you here. Her name is Ryugu Reina. Her real name is Reina, but she wants to be called Rena. So she's called Rena. She moved here in April. I have some information on her, but it's all ambiguous. Sis still seems uncertain about her because she's new. Oh! Okay. So this... Oh! This goes back to the first one where she says, oh, you know, no one's been there. That she didn't transfer in until after it was empty. So that's untrue. She was there before Satoshi disappeared, was killed, moved away, whatever the fuck happened to him. Okay, so she was there before he left, got demoned away, whatever. Interesting.